And then he goes on to quote a quotation from Karl Rove, which was quoted by author Ron Suskind, I believe, back in the New York Times or Washington Post several years ago. We're an empire now, and when we act, we create our own reality. And while you're studying that reality, judiciously as you will, we'll act again, creating other new realities, which you can study too, and that's how things will sort out. We're history's actors, and you, all of you, will be left to just study what we do. And then Orangutan asks, doesn't it seem like we are failing to gain the momentum needed to overtake these criminals, as we can barely convince people of things that happened over decades ago? All right, excellent question. And yeah, it's a very, very good question, because I think this is an issue that, again, is being dealt with, or should be dealt with more explicitly by the alternative media, that I don't know. I don't want to make pronouncements on the ways that people react to events, because everyone's just going to have their own reactions, and that's neither here nor there. But I think there can be a tendency to over-focus on each new event that comes along as if it is the biggest thing that's ever happened, and covering it breathlessly as if this is the biggest piece of the puzzle. And I think when we get caught up in that flow of events from day to day, we can lose sight of the bigger picture, and we can end up treating each single event that comes along as if it needs to be examined and parsed and hashed out with the same intensity that we would give to an event like a 9/11. And the more that I do the Corbett Report and my own work here, the less interested I am in a lot of these events that flit through the news and maybe generate breathless headlines for 1 week and then are forgotten about a month later. I think we have to start being a little bit more discerning. Well, again, people can cover things any way they want. I am becoming more discerning about what I cover in terms of jumping on whatever the latest event is and covering it endlessly, because I just don't, not only do I not see the utility in that, I see what I think Orangutan is pointing out here. There's the possibility that we end up perpetually in reaction mode, simply reacting to events that come along one after another. And I think we have to transcend above that. And the only way to do that is to start, well, discerning events that matter in the long run and in the bigger picture from events that are just there to sort of generate the distraction of the week. And also, I think, to not just concentrate on the bad, horrible things that are being done to us, rather than the things that we can